Off the play fake. Oliveira letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. From 21 yards away. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, White. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. These college offenses, Charles, so wide open. And there's an example right there that we just saw. Now, let me ask you, how does a college offense differ from an NFL offense, or does it?
Well, it still does, Brandon, because NFL offenses, while they're continuing to embrace what the colleges are giving them more and more, they're still not playing as fast as a general rule. You know, most college offenses will run about 15 plays per game more than NFL offenses will. They'll take a few more chances in what they're doing, maybe try and isolate their star player a little bit better. Yeah, there's still some differences in what we're seeing, but for me, speed and pace of play for college offenses still ahead of what we see in the NFL.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's White. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here limiting that and keeping him from the 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, Oliveira. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. A nice throw there, and you know, it's the first career start for this junior quarterback, and head coach Red O'Brien, he has said that he plans to use both of his top quarterbacks this year. We weren't even sure who was going to get the nod in this first game. He kept it a secret basically until just prior to kickoff.
And I tell you what, partner, I've got to give it to the new head coach Red O'Brien, because as a former defensive coordinator, I'm sure he thought to himself, what would drive me insane trying to prepare for this game? Oh, that's right. Not knowing who's going to play quarterback and not being able to truly prepare. So he did exactly.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. I'll tell you what, a pretty special performance for his first ever start, now with 3 touchdown passes.
Well, that's not a bad number to get things going, is it? Because, let's face it, we had our attention on him coming into this game. He's fully captivated us now. With every score, I think he's making his case to stay as the starting quarterback and not get involved in a rotation system.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
Keep coming, man. Keep coming. Keep on intercepted.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing again, Oliveira. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. Quintez Anderson there to make the grab. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. And that's now his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And, boy, this has been quite a performance for the junior, as we remind you, getting his first ever college start.
And this has really been an amazing story because ordinarily, when a junior's making his first start, he's had a few reps along the way prior to, but in this case, the number is 0. So this is almost off the charts. They were watching him make his first start as a junior, and already he's thrown 4 touchdown passes in this game. This is absolutely amazing.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Operating from the gun, White. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Perkins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28.
Tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Oh, he he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one.
Touchdown number 5 for the junior quarterback, and that certainly makes Coach O'Brien's job at the postgame press conference a lot easier.
And you're right, he certainly made Coach O'Brien's press conference awfully easy. But how about the conversation he's now going to have with Tommy Matthews? Because all indications we had from talking with Coach during the preseason, he told them both that they were going to get their chance. But now that this guy's throwing 5 touchdown passes, now he has to go back to Tommy Matthews and kind of shrug his shoulders and say, I know what I intended to do. I know what we talked about. But he's got the hot hand. We're going to have to go with it.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now White lost the football. It is a defense. How did they do, says the referee. We're going the other way. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing.
And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. From 17 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Here's the score. Ducks 42. Gators nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Ducks 49. Gators nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Here's Ellington. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
In your face.
On 2nd and 9, White looking middle, and it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
White on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And with that, we reach halftime in Miami in the opener to this college football season.
Gators, nothing.
So things got off to a solid start. But after several weeks, you and Tommy had rotated quite a bit. Reminiscent of Michigan when Tom Brady and Drew Henson split snaps. That had to be frustrating for you both.
Some huge
Wake up.
news to get to, and none more intriguing.
What are these dishes doing at my feet?
Because it's time for you to start cleaning up your crap. These dishes have been lying in the sink for almost 2 weeks. I mean, look at this place. It's a disaster. You're leaving everything laying around. It's ridiculous.
Who crawled up your butt and died?
You.
Gross.
Hey, get up, man. I want to watch some TV. You've been laying out here all morning.
What's got you two all riled up?
Just turn up the volume, would you?
The Heartbreak Kids have gone from sensational dynamic duo to a sudden two-headed monster, and boy, this is an ugly one.
Hey, I thought I played pretty good out there.
This team still has not found its identity, and I know that Coach O'Brien claims that his two-quarterback system is matchup-based, but I gotta tell you, it sure looks like he still doesn't have a clue what's going on. As Coach Madden famously once said, if you've got two quarterbacks, you've got none. And right now, I gotta tell you, man, Coach O'Brien's indecisiveness with the most important position on the team is only gonna lead to problems on the field.
The answer is simple. Just start me.
That would make the situation worse. I mean, the team plays better when I'm on the field. Everybody knows that.
If I could just get into a rhythm, I'd be fine. Last thing I need is to be worrying about you breathing down my neck if I make one mistake.
Well, you better believe it that I'll be there when you do.
Okay, I see what's going on here, guys.
I don't know what made you follow me here and try to win back your old position. I mean, you could have just kept the Heartbreak Kids going, or you could have went your own route on another team, but you decided to what, come here and punish me? Is that it?
What are you talking about? You're the one who showed up and stole what was mine in the first place, okay? I'm supposed to be Batman, you're Robin.
Look, I get you're upset, but we're in this together.
No, we're not. I'm just gonna leave.
I don't know what his problem is.
You gotta go talk to him, man. Go clear the air.
He's the one with the problem. Look, if he wants to talk, he can come find me.
Jumping fiddlesticks.
AT&T Stadium on this beautiful Saturday in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The top travel destination this week for alumni of these two storied football powerhouses, and the site of the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups, as we'll see the LSU Tigers taking on the Oregon Ducks. For the right to play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara, we are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Ducks come up now, 1st and 10. They will let him throw here on the very first play. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Well, that student section wasn't alive. They are alive and well now. That chunk play woke them up. It is starting to get really, really loud in here as this offense is on the move here in the first quarter. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up. From the gun, Oliveira. And he floated one out there, incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
This is Kelly. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right?
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Oliveira, and he's got it complete to Anderson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
A nice throw there. And Coach O'Brien, when you look at this quarterback position, he's got two great options, but opting to go with a hot hand, leaving Tommy Matthews on the sideline to start this semifinal.
And throughout this season, they've had a little bit of what we would call the carousel approach at quarterback. But when they've made changes, Tommy Matthews has made the most of his time under center. But both of these quarterbacks are undefeated, and we know why. This defense has played so well throughout the season, and we know how loyal they are to their head coach because he was their former defensive coordinator. Now they've just got to figure out who's going to guide this team at quarterback and carry them the rest of the way.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll come out in the pistol. Operating from the gun, Oliveira to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. From the gun, Oliveira. This is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Ducks have taken the early lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead.
LSU Tigers, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Taken in the end zone, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
This will be caught just inside the 10. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
And inches at the 5-yard line.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all they needed. First down. Operating from the gun, Oliveira. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. Quintez Anderson there to make the grab. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. Well, we discussed how important it was going to be for this quarterback to get off to a hot start. Well, he has done that. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score, Ducks 14, Tigers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
The LSU Tigers, nothing.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. From the gun, Thomas. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
The 40-yard line.
To throw again, Oliveira. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down, Oliveira. It's caught. He finds Myers. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. On 1st and 10, Oliveira. And caught by Cameron right side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Oliveira. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. From 13 yards Ducks have furthered their advantage. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Thomas firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. He's going to let one fly here for Avant, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
This is brought in at the 21. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Oregon offense on the field, ready for their next possession. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Here's a 1st and 10, Oregon. Operating from the gun, Oliveira. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It's another 1st down on a big gainer there, 33 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Boy, another nice throw that time. All that debate that was possibly out there, and wondering, well, will we see a second quarterback? Is Tommy Matthews going to play with this lead? I know it's only the 2nd quarter, Charles, but he's kind of putting all that talk to rest.
Yeah, and there's a long way to go, but let's face it, partner. If he finishes the quarter this way, you know that Coach O'Brien loves consistency. I don't see any chance of a change happening if things continue to go in this direction. He's picked the right quarterback.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Oliveira. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. What a game that he has had throwing the football. Now 4 touchdown passes. This offense playing at a very high level. I'll tell you what, he's going to be filling up your social media timeline tonight. And his kick is right through.
Ducks 28. The LSU Tigers nothing.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Thomas. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Shut him down! Shut him down! Let's
So halftime here in the first semifinal. All Oregon thus far.
Tigers, nothing.
On, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Thomas. He's got his man, Avant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Or maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Thomas throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Intended for number 82.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
And 10 yards to
Now
go.
they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Thomas airing one out deep for Holmes here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Now LSU's punter getting set as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Ducks take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. And Charles, look, I mean, coming into this one, you and I, we didn't know what to expect. This could have certainly been a disaster, nothing short of it. But this young man under center, he has certainly risen to the occasion.
He certainly has, and we certainly prepared in case it was the disaster that maybe it could have been. But there's no question he's been the star of the show. But while we say that, let's make sure we remember the rest of the team, the supporting guys, because otherwise we'll have a lot of mamas upset with us if we don't mention them, and they have played awfully well in addition.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down. This young quarterback does have a support system. He actually heard from Marcus Mariota on social media earlier in the week. Marcus not playing tomorrow, but his Titans host the Colts in their season finale. But you can bet that he's likely glued to his TV set in Nashville watching this one. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
High throw, but the catch is made. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a 1st down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now Thomas throwing again on 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Here's Thomas to throw on 3rd down. And caught. This is Bennett, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitt
through an opening, and there he goes. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Touchdown, Oregon.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
The LSU Tigers, nothing.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just...
And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. This is really something for a guy who's been rotated in and out of this offense. Heck, the last 2 games being his only back-to-back starts, he has come through with 5 touchdown strikes in this semifinal. And still, you got to think there's going to be talk about Tommy Matthews. Get ready for all those sports radio debates all the way until kickoff of the national championship game. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter.
42. The LSU Tigers, nothing.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Thomas. It's complete to the tight end, Bennett. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. From the gun, Thomas. His pass caught at the 4. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an out.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
And he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Oregon offense on the field, ready for their next possession. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsauer? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
Right back to Ferguson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world up to the challenge.
That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I know we're in the era of wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that play's not going to go on their highlight reel at the end of the season, but the only benefit to the offense, maybe a little more space if they want to throw the football now after taking that loss.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You can see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So on the strength of 5 touchdown passes from their junior quarterback, the Oregon Ducks are moving on to play for a national championship.
You all right?
I'll be fine.
I was you last week. I know exactly what you're going through.
You didn't have to sit through this championship game, though.
No, but I did sit out our first state title game. That wasn't easy to do.
For all I know, this could be my only shot at it.
Then I guess we'll just have to do this all over again next season, huh?
Good luck out there tonight.
Thanks.
Who rained on your parade, Little Miss Sunshine?
I am not in the mood for this right now.
Just because you're not playing, I take it.
Like I haven't had a bad enough day already. Now I have to deal with you.
I know you upset, but that dude Tommy's your brother. And brothers should always have each other's backs. And wipe that sourpuss look off your face. It's game time.
We crown a champion tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara for the college football playoff.